welcome to In Crisis, Travel Retail Voices, our new podcast series where we speak to travel retail executives all around the world to see how they and their businesses are coping with the COVID-19 crisis. Today's episode features Catherine Bonelli, the ebullient, dynamic head of global travel retail at Italian fashion house Paul & Shark. Catherine, a proud French woman, is currently in Ceylon, France, in a village named Vouzon, home to just 1,000 people. Now, both Italy and France have, of course, been ravaged by the outbreak of COVID-19. I spoke to Catherine earlier today to find out what she was up to. And not surprisingly, given her big warm heart and humanitarian spirit, I found out that it involved public service.
I am well safe. I'm helping my partner in the pharmacy and I'm taking care of the old people of the village. So very busy, but I'm well.
Oh, that's good to hear. And how about your son?
My son is in south of France. He's by himself because he didn't have the time to move. So he's near Grasse, but he's okay. He's with the girlfriend, and my parents are by themselves nearby Saint-Tropez, but they are well also. You know, I miss you guys, all of you. It's terrible to be far away and not to see you. We are so used to be together and to see all of us every month or every 2 months, and suddenly you see nobody. But it's really nice to hear you. It is super nice. I really appreciate it.
It is really nice talking, isn't it? Because we're all in isolation around the world, and yet we are the definitive global community, really. We are travel retail. By definition, we represent or have representatives in every country. We often get together physically. There's no national barriers, culture barriers, gender barriers, religious barriers. It's all such a beautiful community. And now we are all still working within that community, but we're all working at least in physical isolation. But it's important, I think, that it's not mental isolation. Tell us about the two countries which are very close to you and your life. One's France, where you're at over 29,000 cases, nearly 30,000. And Italy, of course, which has been so tragic, up near 81,000 cases, many, many deaths. Tell me how the situation is in Italy with your company, with Andrea and the team. Are they all safe and well?
Andrea, he closed everything. The company closed on Monday. He closed the warehouse last Wednesday. So everything is closed. For the moment, he proposed to the government to make masks, but he's still waiting for the formal certification in order to produce it, and it will be free of charge, of course. So he's just waiting for that because he wants to support his country. What he did also, he said that he will giving 20% of the internet sales to the hospital in Italy to support also the system because he wants to be part of it. He said, if they fight, I will fight too. So this is what he's doing at the moment. For the rest, most of the people are, all of the people are at home now. For the moment, so far, so good. The people are okay in our team.
Yes, that's good to hear that everybody's well on the team, Catherine. And that's Andrea Dini, of course, your CEO and president. And I'm sure that'd be the world's best made masks and most stylish ones, Catherine. But being more serious, that's really good to hear that Paul & Shark is doing that, and they really have joined a lot of companies in our industry that have become involved in the humanitarian effort, and that's quite inspiring too in its own way, isn't it?
Yes, very. When I saw that he was giving money from the internal sales, I sent him a message saying, I'm proud of my boss, and it was something very meaningful for me that my boss is doing something where his company is in danger, but still is fighting and trying to support the community where he's living. So I'm super proud of him.
Yeah, that's really good. And it's also very heartwarming to hear about you working in a pharmacy. Catherine, that's not safe either for obvious reasons, and that sums up your human spirit.
But at the same time, my partner is a pharmacist, so whatever I am under risk, so at least if I take some risk, I do it for the community. So I deliver also the medicine home for the fragile people. I do the shopping also for all my neighbors, and I cook also for these old people who have nobody around. They are so isolated at the moment. So it's very important to be there. And we do little things, 2 days ago, I opened one bottle of silver wine, and I deliver to all of each people one glass of wine at night, and they were super happy. So super happy. Saint-Émilion Grand Cru from Sylvain Combe.
Oh, what a nice story. That's from Sylvain's firm, Perche Bess, right?
Yes, exactly. A Gravelet Renaissance. And one of the old guys told me, because I don't see them, when I deliver the food, I ask them to go in their room. Then I put on the kitchen table, and I put it in a very nice glass because I didn't want to put a nice wine in a ugly glass. So I bring from my home a nice glass, and I put the glass. And you know what, Catherine? I almost fell down when I saw it. It was so superb. And I said, don't fall down now, René. Don't fall down now. We don't need to have more trouble. That's what we have today. But he was super, super happy.
It's funny how things bind us like that, Catherine. I opened I have to say, a magnum of Sylvain's wine the other night, and it lasted me a few nights, I want to point out, but
I hope so, Martin.
Yes, it was a very nice wine, and I sent Sylvain a note, and I said, guess what I'm drinking now? I need a big wine in every sense for an important time in our life. But anyway, Catherine, I'm very pleased to hear you're safe and well, that Andrea and the great team at Paul and Shark are safe and well. You stay that way, look after yourself.
Yes, thank you very much. I kiss you both. I send you all my love and all my smile, and I love you so much, both of you.
You take good care, Catherine. Lovely to talk.
Take care, and your kids too. Huh? Bye-bye,
right.
Martin. Thank you for the call. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Catherine. I'm Martin Moodie with In Crisis, Travel Retail Voices.